Well, I saw a report, but I've not been able to confirm that from the NURTW that they intend to slash, that was before today though, the cost of transportation, but I don't know the authenticity of that. That's something else that we'll need to confirm. But also, in terms of movement of logistics, materials, getting there by 8, at the moment, so far,
so far, so good. Yeah, people are there, voting is going on.
But part of the other issue is that those officials who were overwhelmed, I'm not sure we'll have that in large numbers. So we expect that the ad hoc officials will conduct themselves decently this time.
Okay, hopefully.
And then we have this this tweet that came through, and this is from Akinwusi Olutayo, and he's wondering and asking that how he wants to know how police officers at polling units, without being armed, will respond to any violence.
Well, that's not for Dr. Motoshe.
No.
I know, but
keep me out.
yes,
but really,
no, but it's something we can actually. It's a major concern, and that people can really talk
really,
about.
they have to conduct themselves in a civil way. Then they're not supposed to undo, except the person has a weapon or anything like that. I don't think they're supposed to give violence. I mean, be violent, so to say. Those we met on the way here, they were really fierce looking, like. You talk too much, we can shoot you.
No, the soldiers, for instance.
Yes, they were like that.
In my case, the soldier asked me to, he just looked at me very strongly in the eyes and said, "Step out of your car."
Can you imagine?
And I just
turned
off the car, stepped out, despite I was wearing my...
No, you don't argue with a man with guns.
You don't argue with a man
Please
with a gun.
don't.
So just
Please
step out,
don't.
open your boot. Opened it, he looked into it. Opened the middle door. I opened it, he looked at it, and then said, "Close it." And I closed everything. And I waited for the next instruction. So if for someone like me with the approved reflective vest and everything that I have my PVC could go through such deep scrutiny, I can imagine for people who are less privileged to have been able to stand in such a situation. So I understand what you're trying to say, because I've been through it this morning, and it will be a good thing to have that kind of friendly atmosphere, especially
because
when the elections are happening.
Not war.
Yes. Obedience would be key. So people should just listen and obey.
Just be patient with the security guys, because you don't argue with a man with a gun.
You don't.
So just be patient, go through the process, obey instructions that they give you, such that we don't get to a situation where...
So that you're still alive to listen to the results.
Even though the police are supposed to be in the front lines, it's not...
Well, if you remember, one of the things that that Mr. Frank Mba said the last time is that the security apparatus are in layers. First is at the polling units you have the policemen, and then on the outer ring of that you have MOPOL, or the next level of the military arm. They call it the punching arm of the police, and then on the outermost ring you have the military.
Okay, let's find out which of the rings, if I suppose. Anyone, our correspondent Idris Jibrin is in Kano to tell us what's going on. Idris, go ahead.
All right, thank you, Chamberlain. As you can see, this is... Okay, thank you, Chamberlain. As you can see, this is Badawa wards in Nasarawa local government area of Kano State. In this place, there are over 10 polling units, even though the election did not commence as scheduled as 8 o'clock. But like you can see, all electoral materials have already arrived, and people are queuing in to vote. And all security operatives are also on ground. You can see that a demarcation has already been created around this vicinity. The people, the electorate, are gradually trooping in to vote. So any moment from now, although the election has not started properly, but any moment from now, people will start voting, because all the electoral materials, both sensitive and non-sensitive materials, have arrived. and also security operatives that will look after the conduct of the elections have also arrived. You can see that people have already started queuing in. So in the meantime, in this ward where we have over 10 polling units, at any moment from now, election will commence because they are screening the voters as we speak right now. But we will go to other polling units to see if the same is obtainable there.
See children just about everywhere around you too. Is it so easily accessible to get to the PUs? And what's the security arrangement around there? Because that seems to suggest to me that that's quite rowdy.
Well, like you see now, since morning, the security operatives have been in this place for quite some times now. And they are everywhere, even though you can see people are lining up, they are queuing up for the election. But I can see a number of police officers around trying to put the people in order. So I must tell you that though the security men are not carrying arms, but I must tell you that this place is well guarded. I can see police officers everywhere, even though you cannot see them. They are trying to put the place in order. So as far as this place is concerned, like you see, you can see the people on the queue and you can see police officers around me, passing through me, even though they are not armed. They are trying to put things in order. They are trying to make sure that all the voters are on their right queue.
Okay, interesting because we're just trying to see how the walkability and the environment in which people vote, one that is just, you know, okay, fairly okay to okay. But have you been able to interact with the INEC officials on reasons why it ought to have started maybe some 45 minutes ago and the materials are there?
You said?
Have you been able to interact with INEC officials who are on ground, as you say? Because this is, well, over 45 minutes.
Like I told you earlier, even the INEC officials, everybody is here. Yeah, even the INEC officials, like I told you, even the INEC officials, like I told you, even the INEC officials, everybody is here. Like you can see, this is actually a typical example of where the INEC officials are. You can see the polling, the ballot boxes. You can see the core members. You can see both sensitive and non-sensitive materials. You can equally see the voters online. They are all set up. You can also see security men, unarmed security men. So everybody here is waiting. The INEC officers are here. The next thing is just to start accrediting voters, and then they will start casting their votes subsequently.
All right, Idris, we'll keep up to date with you much later concerning what's happening. But guys, don't forget, INEC, in part of that briefing, they did say, the chairman of INEC categorically said, if there are any unauthorized persons, underage voters, they will be arrested
and prosecuted.
So we need to look out for that and be sure that the authorities know this already. If the INEC chairman has said that much, we expect that the EOs, the ad hoc staff, or the polling officials there should ensure that that doesn't happen. Because, I mean, cameras will be almost everywhere to see that that does happen. So it's something that we're also going to
So what happens if a child presents a PVC and wants to vote?
Well, that's a child, and so if he's underage,
it's illegal. It's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. I mean, would the child be arrested there and then, or they will call for the child's parents? What's the protocol on that? Was that discussed?
How would a child have a voter card?
No. Some of them do. We actually brought it up online a while back when we got pictures, you know, of underage voters going to of children going to get PVCs.
Okay, gentlemen.
Yes, we got that a while back. Quite a number of them.
Let's go to now.
Okay,
well, this is that's Pt.5. He's
former governor of
vice presidential candidate. That's his word. He's out now, going to cast his ballot as well today. So keeping tabs on all of them to see what exactly is happening, where they are, where they're voting. So the similar scenario here, you see the presidential, is that the presidential box in black?
No, senatorial in black.
No, look at what I see there.
They're all presidential.
Yeah.
Presidential is in pink.
Oh, so
Yes,
you see
that's
this-
black.
That's a mix-up.
That's a mix-up, and it should be corrected.
In black. And,
Okay.
So, well, maybe what they might need to, they need to sort that out.
They need to switch the covers for the red to go on the presidential.
How is that going to happen?
The black
If-
to go on the senatorial, and the green goes to the House of Reps.
Yeah, if that doesn't happen before the first ballots are dropped in, can they still do that? And how? Maybe Mr. Koye listening may just much later respond to that. But
Well,
yes, indeed, you see, at that point where you are in that cubicle, you're not allowed to get in there with your phones. No one is expected to see who you've cast your vote for. If there are any people who are milling around to see who you voted for, that is not right. So the police officers who are there are the ones who are supposed to also ensure, in conjunction with perhaps the party agents, if the party agents would do that, perhaps the backup party agents who are also there should ensure that
That's a card
all
reader.
of those
That's a card reader in function now. I think that card has just been read. Okay. The man in blue. So I'm wondering when they get to drop their ballots in the ballot box. With that point we just noted, not having the black lid on the senatorial, and the red on the presidential, and the green on the House of Representatives, how this is going to turn out for this polling unit.
Well,
Wow.
it's interesting what is going on. Well, that's a challenge, certainly, but I'm trying to calculate the...
Is it a challenge? Is it?
That's
No,
Peter Obi, by the way, in the
No,
blue.
Yes. I'm trying to measure the time
Yeah,
that he's
the
spending.
process looks it looks slow to me.
Well,
I don't know.
It's something...
Not necessarily so, because he didn't spend more than a minute with the
No, maybe just
What
about
process are you
reader,
talking about?
with the
The
card reader.
process or the smart
entire
card reader?
process.
The entire process. Just watching him go through the entire process. I don't know if it has to do
Well, it
with...
depends on how much people spend in the cubicle.
Okay.
How long they spend in the cubicle. So when they get in there, people want to be very careful so that they, if they use
vote for the right
Yeah, because I mean, if we were to calculate, I think all in all, I think
They
the
said an average
president
of 2 minutes.
spent about 2
2
minutes.
minutes, okay.
The president spent about 2
Fair
minutes
enough.
to vote.
According to the ICT INEC head there, he told us yesterday that it's about 2 minutes. Worst case scenario, 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
And so
I pray that worst case scenario doesn't happen because it's going to take so long to get it all. Okay, so here's the voting process for...
Oh, okay.
But they're yet to...
The green
They
one.
did? They're yet to
The green
swap
one is
it.
supposed to be, yes, the green one is that of the House of Reps.
the black.
Okay, no.
You see, the black lead ought to be with
It's the
black.
leads that are
Yes, the
swapped.
leads, and then the third one is not even labeled. Anyway,
No,
people
maybe
will
they
know.
turned it the
Maybe
other
it's
way.
The other
turned
way,
the other
okay.
way.
Yeah, so for the House of Reps, I think
Well,
it was turned the other way.
I'll use this opportunity to also let people know that you're not supposed to get to the polling stations and start canvassing or campaigning or trying to get people to vote for your candidates. You had 4 years to do that. It stopped already. So don't get there and try to solicit for votes or try to do anything.
It's an electoral
that could-
offense.
It is.
So
That's
will,
it.
and besides, we understand the EFCC is also cautioning people beyond the fake dollars. They're also saying don't go there and begin to
Dole
attempt
out
to
cash.
distribute any money for anyone who has
No
voted.
vote buying.